Morning class! Today I'm going to teach you how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide a fraction. I'm just going to do in form of fraction and expression for this operation. Okay, let's start this lesson by praying. Thank you God for all the knowledge that we are going to learn today, and please keep us healthy. Amen. Now, remember, in fraction, there are things you can do. For example, 12 per 10, 12 per 15 can be simplified by dividing into, so they become a smaller fraction. 12 by 15 can both be divided by 3. So 12 divided by 3 is 4, and 15 divided by 3 is 5. Remember, in adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing fraction, the answer should always be in terms of the simplest form. In what class? In terms of the simplest form. And you can also change fraction from fraction to this number. 8 per 5 is equals to 1. 8 per 5, because you divide 8 by 5, it becomes 1, 8 per 5. And you can also change a fraction into a mixed fraction into a form of what you call as fraction. How do you do it? You multiply the whole number with the denominator and then add it with the numerator. So 2 multiplied by 10 is 20. Plus the numerator 7 per, don't change the denominator, still the same. It is 27 per 10. And this is important when you are doing multiplying, dividing, adding, and subtracting fraction. Okay, since you all know all the basics, now let's start the operation. First is addition. In addition, there's what we call as a whole number added with a fraction. 2 plus a half is equals to 2 and a half. Easy, right? 7 plus 5 per 8 would be equals to 7, 5 per 8. So if there's a whole number and a fraction, just put them together. There are another form of addition, fraction, that have the same denominator. For example, 2 per 5 plus 1 per 5 is equals to. Now when you're adding or subtracting fraction, and they have the same denominator, all you have to do is do an operation between the numerator with the numerator, or the top numbers. So this is 5, 2 plus 1 equals to 3 per 5. Same thing if it's 7 per 15 plus 3 per 15, because they have the same denominator. See at the bottom, they are the same. Good morning class. Today, so we can ask them that 7 plus 3 is 10 per 15. Now this is not yet the final answer, because 10 to 15 can be simplified. 10 to 15 can both be divided by 5, which is 2 per 3. So yeah, 7 per 15 plus 3 per 15 is 10 per 15, and it is also equals as 2 per 3. And this is the answer that you will be searching for. Now, we're going to have addition of fraction that have the different denominator. 6 per 10 added by 2 per 5. 6 per 10 plus 2 per 5 have different denominator. So all you have to do is make them the same. 10 and 5 will have the same denominator if they can become 10. Yeah? The common multiple of 10 and 5 is 10. Now, 6 per 10 is going to be the same because we don't need to change anything. So this stays the same. But 2 per 5 becomes 10 changes when you just multiply by 2. So 5 multiplied by 2 is 10. And so you have to also multiply 2 by 2. Same multiplication, which is 4. Now we have the same denominator, 10 and 10. So 6 per 10 plus 4 per 10 is equal to 10 per 10, which is equal to 1. Because 10 divided by 10 is 1. Okay, class? That's about adding fraction that has different denominator. Now, there's also adding fraction that have between mixed fraction and mixed fraction and fraction. Let's say 2, 3 per 5 will be added by 1 per 5. Now, if this is a whole number and there's no whole number, just make it the same. Yeah? So 2 plus nothing is 2. Now, you need to focus on this. 3 plus per 5 plus 1 per 5 has the same denominator. So you just need to add on top of 3 plus 1 is 4. So 3 per 5 plus 1 per 5 is equals to 2, 4 per 5. Now, if they have a numerator, let's say 3 plus 3, 1 per 2 plus 3 per 8. This is a whole number and there's no whole number here, so this stays the same. Now you only need to focus on this one. A half plus 3 per 8 will be the same if their denominator, the common multiple of 2 and 8 is 8. 2 becomes 8 multiplied by 4. So you need to multiply also this by 4. 1 multiplied by 4 is 4. While on the left, it doesn't change the fact that it's still per 8, so it stays the same. Now we have the same denominator. It becomes 3, 7 per 8. Okay? Now the last one for this addition is about adding mixed fraction with mixed fraction. 2 and 1/4 plus 2 and 1/4 is 3 plus 2, the whole number plus the whole number is 1. 1/4 plus 1/4 is 2 per 4. And here you can simplify the fraction by dividing them by 2. 5, 1 per 2. Okay, that's our addition. Now, the step for addition and subtraction are the same. Yeah? When they have different denominator, they need to change first into the same one, common multiple. Now, there's also one more big problem when you have an addition or subtracting fraction and the answer become bigger than the denominator. For example, 7 per 5, 3 per 5 plus 6 per 5 is equals to 9 per 5. And since this is an irregular fraction, we change this into a mixed fraction. 9 divided by 5 is 1. This is the differences, and you can't divide it anymore. So this becomes 1, 4/5. Yeah. Same thing if you have the mixed fraction addition, which is 7/2/5 plus 3/6/5, which is equals to 10, 8/5. Now, 8/5 is the same thing as 8 divided by 5, where we have 1, with the remainder 3. Yeah, so it becomes 10 plus this is 1/3/5. So it equals to 11/3/5. Okay, class. Now we're going to use a little bit of subtraction, but I will not go as detailed as this can be. Okay. Subtraction. Look at this. 1. 1 is like this. In fraction, 1 can also be changed as 3/3. When you still have the same whole pie, now it's divided into 3 different parts. So remember, 1 can be changed into a form of fraction. A whole number can be changed into any form of fraction. So this can be true. This can also be true if it's 1 equals to 10/10. Or in the picture, you can say it's like this. This one, let's make it paper. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8. Yeah? This is the same thing as paper 8. So whenever you have a whole number, 1 subtracted by 2/5, you can change this 1 into 5/5, because 5/5 is the same thing as 1. Then you can subtract 2/5 equals to 3/5. So this is subtracting whole number with fraction. What if it's a bigger number? 7 subtracted by 8/10. How do you compose this? 7 is the same thing as 6 plus 1, yeah, minus 8/10. Now we change 1 into this fraction, 2/10, and 10/10, minus 8/10. Yeah, see the changes? 7 is equal to 6 plus 1, where 1 can be changed into a fraction, 10/10. The 6 plus 10/10 minus 8/10, we subtract this one first. It becomes 6/10, which is equal to 6/10. This is subtracting a whole number with fraction. Now, if it's a whole number, a fraction, 8/10 minus this can be simplified into 6/1/5. 8/10 minus 3/10, they have the same denominator, so just subtracting directly 5/10 equals to half. Because you divide this by 5, divide this by 5. Then we can also have subtraction with different denominator. 8/10 minus 3/5 equals to Remember, make them have the same common multiple. 10 and 5 common multiple is 10. So this doesn't change. The fraction on the left doesn't change. The fraction on the right changes because it becomes 10 when you multiply by 2. It is 6. So now we have the same denominator for this fraction. So 8 per 10 minus 6 per 10 is 2 per 10 equals to 1 per 5. The last one of fraction is when you have a whole number and a fraction. 3, 2 per 5 minus 1, 1 to 5. First subtract the whole number. 3, 1 subtracted is 2. Now since these both have the same denominator, you can directly subtract them. So 2 per 5 minus 1 per 5 is 1 per 5. Now what if we have 3, 6 per 10 minus 2, 4 per, first, 1 per 2. Subtract the whole number. 3 minus 2 is 1. Now all you need to do is subtraction. Make them have the same denominator, which is per 10. 2 becomes 10 is multiplied by 5, so you also multiply the top one by 5. It is equal to 5. Now 1 6 per 10 minus 5 per 10 is 1 per 10. Because 6 per 10 minus 5 per 10 is 1 per 10, and we have it 1. Okay, class? That's all about addition and subtraction. Now, we are going to go to multiplication and division. The concept of multiplication is very easy. As long as you remember your multiplication, it is easy, yeah? 2 per 5 multiplied by 3 per 2 equals to, multiply the top one, 2 multiplied by 3, multiply the bottom one, 5 multiplied by 2, equals to 6 per 10. Then you simplify them. 6 divided by 2 is 3, 10 divided by 2 is 5. Easy. Another example is 7 per 11 multiplied by 5 per 12. 7 multiplied by 5, multiply the top numbers, and then multiply the bottom numbers. 7 multiplied by 5 is easy because you memorize it, it's 35. But 11 multiplied by 12, you need to multiply. 2, 2, 1, 1, 3, 2. 132. So this is multiplication or fraction. Now what if we have a mixed number? If we have a mixed number, say 1, 2 per 5 multiplied by 1/4. It is equal to, you can't just multiply them directly. We need to change this into fraction. Yeah. When you change it into fraction, remember the whole number multiplied by the denominator, and then you add them at the top. So 1 multiplied by 5 is 5, plus 2 is 7 per 5. And then this one still stays the same. 7 multiplied by 1 is 7. 5 multiplied by 4 is 20. So 1 per 5 multiplied by 1/4 equals to 7 per 20. Yeah, 7 per 20. Any question? Yes, you cannot ask them, but you can leave a comment. Now, for division, is changing them into a multiplication. So if you have 3 per 5 divided by a whole number, 2. First, we change this into a form of fractions. 2 is the same as 2 per 1. So it's any number. 5 is equals to 5 per 1. 8 is equals to 8 per 1. So when you need to change a whole number and it's not addition or subtraction, just make it per 1. And then you change this form of division into a form of multiplication. 1 to 2 equals to multiply the top number 3, multiply the bottom number 10. So in division, the differences is only changing the division into a form of multiplication, division, multiplication. The numbers switch roll. The bottom goes to the top goes to the bottom. One more time. 6 per 10 divided by 50 per 5 equals to 6 per 10. Change the division into a multiplication and change the numerator and denominator. They switch places. This is 5 and this is 3. Now you multiply the top and the bottom. 6 multiplied by 5 is 30 and 10 multiplied by 3 is also 30. So it becomes 1. Okay class, that's all about operation in fraction. That's all from me. Thank you.